to talk about obviously what's prominent right now, red, white, and royal blue.
Yeah.
The pressure is on. This novel, everyone, doesn't matter what your gender, what your sexual orientation is, whatever, what your gender identity is, everyone loves this novel. I mean, it was and is so hot. Obviously, then everyone was very excited that it was being made into a movie. Had you read the novel before? Did you know about it? What did you know?
No, I mean, I feel like I somehow wasn't aware of it. And then, really the initial thing that drew me to the project was Matthew Lopez, our director, and I'd heard about The Inheritance and how great a playwright he was. And then I think really my sort of joy in knowing the book and reading the book and finding out the sort of vast fandom of it kind of really came after the project in a lot of ways, because I'd sort of talked with Matthew early on and said, is this something that you want me to be particularly aware of, and do you want me to sort of draw from the book? And really, I think like actually a lot of directors I've worked with now who are kind of adapting a book into film, they really like to treat the script as the Bible, because like a lot of things, you can. I think fan service is great, and I think the movie definitely has that. But you do want it to be a different iteration, otherwise it sort of sometimes you're just pulling from a place that it's hard to it doesn't feel your own necessarily. And I think as an actor, you don't want to just be trying to fill out some outline of a character. But no, I mean that, like I said, the joy was really kind of getting to know that side of it afterwards, and I definitely felt a presence of the fandom on social media, sort of when the casting announcement came out, and that was fun to see. I mean, if not a little daunting, it was definitely they're a very impassioned lot, which I always appreciate.
Was there a discussion with Matthew, a straight actor playing a gay character? What were those discussions like?
Yeah, I mean, I wanted Matthew to know very early on, because I think it's something, I'm definitely always all ears to. I think it's a very sensitive subject, and I have a lot of friends in the community, and some of them are very for straight actors playing gay roles, and some of them are against it. And I think the important thing for me was to let Matthew know that I loved who Henry was as a person, and I empathized with him as a character, and I just wanted to see him and try and deliver as honest a performance, never a caricature, as I could. And once he had all the information, Matthew is a gay man himself, just really let him really be the sort of the judge of that, and he sort of took no issue with it. And I think we were just always on the same page with sort of trying to create a very textured, vulnerable feeling person in this sort of quite poppy and fun world that red, white, and royal blue is at times. But yeah, I mean, look, there's always trepidation. I can only hope that fans really will appreciate my performance. I put a lot into Henry and trying to make him feel textured and real, and so that's all I can really offer at the end of the day.
Is Prince Henry gay, Prince Harry?
I don't know if that's maybe a bit reductive. I look, it's really funny. I think like a lot of comparisons are often made to the Prince Harry thing, because he's our only, I mean, other than Diana, maybe our only really sort of reference at this kind of rogue monarch figure, especially in recent memory. And Henry definitely becomes that rogue in the story. I think it was just always more complex like that. We just wanted to create someone new who felt like they kind of could exist within the sort of the realm of the English monarchy, but you know, the sort of also ever-changing landscape of sexual fluidity and sexual identity in the public eye. You know, we're seeing now more than ever people in the public eye feeling more confidence to come out, and but it remains this traditional cornerstone, you know, and for English people. I mean, I'm less connected to the royalty in a way because of my European heritage. I'm sort of much more aligned with that than I am with my sort of fairly small Englishness, despite growing up here. But I think we were all on the same page. We kind of wanted to create, you know, something original without drawing too much inspiration.
What was your chemistry read like with Taylor?
Yeah, Taylor, I mean, immediately Taylor and I knew we were going to be mates. I think we both have a very dry sense of humor. He's very British in the way that he has a mocking sense of humor where he's not afraid to take the piss, as we say, out of someone. And I think, you know, it was a different challenge in a lot of ways, because I've done a ton of chemistry tests before in my time. You had to find something really connective there to be able to bounce off of each other. And I think that the charm of Alex and Henry together is that it's kind of like a ping pong match. You know, that it's a lot of back and forth. And Taylor's just he's just a very warm, charismatic guy, which I think is very much who Alex is as well as a person. I mean, Henry's kind of the more broken, feeling, brooding kind of character, and I think Alex needed to be someone who kind of conjured the light in Henry in a lot of ways, and I think we see the character brighten up, you know, when as his relationship with Alex starts to evolve. So it was funny. I mean, it was the first time really that I'd also been on the sort of chemistry side of having been cast first and, you know, reading with a bunch of different actors. And you start to gain an appreciation of the industry and the fact that, like, some actors came in and were incredible, but, you know, maybe the chemistry was slightly off or just didn't really fit the character. And, you know, he's different maybe in physicality from how Alex was written in the books, but I think his essence was entirely there, and he's really smart, and he got the character, and it was just kind of a no-brainer, really. He was brilliant.
So who are those other actors you read with?
I can't tell you. You're very cheeky, but I can't tell you.
I tried to keep a straight face. No pun intended. You know, what's incredible about the movie is it is this word mainstream. I don't even know what that means anymore, but it's this mainstream rom-com about two queer men.
Yeah.
It's not When Harry Met Harry. It's not, you know, or Henry Met Alex. It's pretty incredible. I'm of a certain age where I would never have seen a movie like this.
Yeah.
If I would have, it would have been some small art house film that was considered deviant or considered so edgy and only play in certain theaters. This is incredible. Can you obviously are not my age, could you appreciate that? Do you realize what that is?
I mean, look, I think we're definitely, you know, we're in a different time now. You see the success of a show like Heartstopper, that wonderful show of Young Royals as well. You know, I think, you know, we're at a very interesting, pivotal time, I think, in how we regard sexuality and identity. But I think still in a really big way, I think, you know, as actors, we're constantly looking to be able to have some kind of resonance. And if that's not, you know, what I'm here to do as an actor, then I don't really know what is, to be honest. And if this movie, you know, it is obviously, like you said, it's very mainstream. It has that poppy feel. It has that kind of pace, I think, of like these kind of older school rom-coms, with obviously its modern day spin. But if that can be important to some people, then like ultimately I've done my job, and I'm happy. I hope we've told an honest story, and all the love and the best intentions went into it. So yeah, I don't know, that was a bumbling way of sort of
saying that's great.